Hello, and welcome back to Mr. B Teaches History. Today we'll examine the reasons for people moving west, which necessitated all that annexation and war. So let's get to it. Fur traders and mountain men were the earliest non native people to open the far west for settlement. They usually met yearly to trade with Indians for animal skins and provided early information to settlers about the trails to follow and the conditions of the frontier. There are many different overland trails west, each with their own unique and similar challenges. They all had different environments, but most had to deal with the challenge of getting through the mountains before the first snowfall, Indian attacks, diseases, depression, and just everyday conditions on the trail. Most settlers moving west avoided the Great Plains while moving west because of the Indian reservations there and the lack of water for farming. Mining was one of the major motivations for people to move west. There were significant gold rushes all in the west, in Colorado, Nevada, and the Black Hills. These mining rushes attracted people from all over the world, including people from China. Chinese immigrants made up one third of the people who would migrate to make their riches in mining. The most well known gold rush was the California Gold Rush of 1849. This gold rush increased the population of the California territory from 14,000 to 380,000 in just 12 years. Farming was another motivation for Western movement. The Congress passed many preemption acts that gave settlers the right to land for low prices when it went up for sale. Though the people who moved, though, were generally middle class individuals because it took at least $200 to $300 to make the trip. Frontier life on the farm was difficult due to the isolation of the farmers before rural communities started to develop. When the communities started to grow, the institutions of their lives were modeled after those in the East or the immigrant communities in which they gathered. As people spread west, so did the industrialization that started in the Northeast. More factories started to make their way in the states of the Midwest. Inventions like the sewing machine also takes clothing manufacturing out of the house and into the factory. Both communication and transportation sped up due to the railroad and telegraph lines, which usually went up together. Starting in the 1840s, railroads started to replace canal building as the fastest mode of transportation. Railroads created complex business organizations due to the requirements of a lot of money and labor needed to be organized to run it properly. The government helped with this spread too by providing special loans, tax breaks, and incentives to build railroads. The expansion of the railroad promoted Western agriculture and united the commercial interests of the Northeast and the Midwest. There are also several large foreign factors that played a role in the expansion of the United States and its trade at that time. First, both manufacturing and agricultural growth led to many products being exported to foreign countries. There are also regularly scheduled ships crossing the Atlantic, which encouraged travel and trade. On top of this, new ship designs and the steam engine made ships shorter both across the Atlantic and to the west coast. Last, the United States opened up trade with Japan in 1854, giving American products a whole new market to sell their products. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or clarifications you would like to make about this lecture, please leave a comment below. If you learned something new, please consider leaving a like. If you would like to receive notifications of more content like this, please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell. If you would like to support this channel and creator financially, please check out the links in the description for merchandise or sites that will provide me direct financial support for the work of this channel. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Class dismissed.